The American flag, right. This has 50 stars on it for the 50 states, 13 stripes for the 13 original colonies. So every time we see the American flag, it reminds us of our country, the great country we live in, the United States of America. The Liberty Bell also symbolizes or reminds us of the same thing. It reminds us of our freedom, our liberty, our independence, and our great country we live in. Now, the real Liberty Bell from Philadelphia was moved from Philadelphia here to this place during a war that was fought for our independence, called the Revolutionary War, American Revolution. And in 1777, the bell was brought from Philadelphia here to this place to be hidden. They loaded it on the back of a farmer's wagon. And what type of animal can pull a wagon? Do you know? A horse, right. 6 horses were needed to pull the Liberty Bell from Philadelphia. It would take about 10 days to get here, and then they would hide the bell underneath the floor of the church, basically in the space in which we are right now. The bell would stay here for 9 months, along with the other bells and some of the other important things from Philadelphia. And would, yes? Oh, I don't know. Did someone lose a little pin? There you go. Thank you for finding that. Very good. The Liberty Bell would stay here for 9 months and then return back to Philadelphia where the real Liberty Bell is today. The real Liberty Bell in Philadelphia is cracked. This one just has a painted on crack. This is an exact replica except it is just a painted on crack. So we can ring our bell. Now how heavy do you think this bell is? It's a ton. It's 2,080 pounds. It's a little more than a ton. Very good. And so do you think we can lift it up very easily?
No.
No, it's pretty heavy. In fact, it's the weight of a baby elephant. It weighs about the same amount as a baby elephant. So Pip and I are going to ring the bell in just a moment for you. Before we do that, I'm going to explain the other things that we have here in the museum so you can look at those too afterward. This is a Pennsylvania German Christmas tree. We celebrate Pennsylvania German Christmas traditions here because it was the Pennsylvania German farmers who risked their lives to bring the Liberty Bell here from Philadelphia. On our tree, well, the tree is decorated like it would have been around 150 years ago here in the Lehigh Valley. So there are no electric lights on because, of course, there was no electricity in homes at that point. And all of the ornaments are handmade. Many of them you can actually eat. You can eat popcorn, cranberries, peanuts. We actually had a workshop this morning to make some of the ornaments. All of the white things on the tree are cookies. And they're either made with a mold or with a cookie cutter. And those would be placed. There are also other handmade objects like Christmas balls, like this, Christmas stars, a variety of different things. But everything is handmade because you could not go to the store years ago to buy ornaments. Instead, you made them at home. Underneath the tree is the traditional Pennsylvania German Christmas puts. This is the celebration of the first Christmas story. And over the years, the Pennsylvania Germans would elaborate, make them bigger, and add to them. And so over the years, they started adding buildings and people. And in the 20th century, when electric trains came into existence, they added those too. So this is the very simple puts. Behind over there is a very elaborate one made up of buildings from Lehigh County. All of those buildings are on there, including the church in which we're standing right now. There's also a train on there, a replica of the Lehigh Valley Black Diamond that used to run between here and New York, and also a trolley. Trolleys used to run here in town up until 1953. So we're going to ring our bell. Then after that's done, we're going to have Pip come off the platform. If you'd like to say hello to Pip and come and say hi with a high five or a hug, you may do that and can take a picture if you like. And then we have a gift for each of the children. So if you go to see my mother, Debbie, in the purple there, she will hand you a gift. And then you're free to see all the other things that we have here in the museum. Of course, if you didn't already see, we have an exhibit out front, a presidential Christmas made up of presidential Christmas cards, cards from President Nixon all the way up through President George W. Bush. And we also have Christmas ornaments from the White House Historical Association there for you to take a look at. So we thank you very much for coming today. We hope you have a very happy holiday season. And let's ring our bell, Pip. Oh, no, wait, I gotta get a hold of it. There we go. We're going to pull the clapper to the side of the bell. That's how it's going to ring. That's the sound of the bell. You hear it still ringing? It rings for a while. All right, Pip's going to come off the platform, so if you'd like to come and see him, come on up and say hi. Don't forget to go and get your gift from my mom.
Hug, Mary B. Okay. Good job. Just turn around and smile. Okay.
Nice. Did
You
you
got a
want to
picture
give,
later.
did you want to give a hug to Barley, or you just want to look?
Oh, look, Mary B, the train's going to run. Come here.